What? Oh, I can talk to any one of them. Let's talk to the old man because the guy behind me is gonna kill me.
I am Zange Eraser. I come from a detective agency on the front lines, far from here.
Eraser.
Perhaps you expect an introduction, but I have nothing to say. Let the past melt like ice in an evening's drink. That's how I live my life. My forte is thoughtography. I can transcribe images from my memory onto electronics.
I love how he says, I hope you were expecting an intro from me, but you're not getting any more from this, and he just starts talking even more. Transcribe images from my memory into electronics? Oh wait, so that means you can have pictures show up on things?
That's all from me. There's no need for any further explanations.
Okay.
There's clearly something extraordinary about him.
Alright, what about you, Buttface?
I'm Mayfex Logan. I'm from the detective branch in the eastern slums.
I really like their eyes.
They call me a master detective now, but I'm originally a broke, illegal immigrant. When I was a kid, I was in an upstanding home, living an upstanding life. My parents were lawyers who never tolerated injustice. They should have left well enough alone with that local mafioso. Because they went after him, they were murdered. Their necks were cut open, right in front of me.
That's awful.
I ran away to protect myself and jumped on a ship at the port. I didn't know where the ship was going. That was the moment I threw away my past and my home. I drifted to the slums and did everything I could to survive. I managed to survive until now, thanks to luck. With my natural talents, I was able to become a detective. But I also wanted revenge. I can't stand evil. But even if you ain't evil, I'll show no mercy to those who stand in my way.
Please stop glaring at me like that. I've done nothing wrong. I'm just a child who woke up in a storage room.
If I can't figure out the difference between the good guys and the baddies, then I just beat up both of them.
Doesn't that make you bad?
Kill or be killed is my motto.
He looks scary, but that's not all. I think there's a deep sadness within him.
I can't share details about my forte. Just know it's kinda like radar.
That's all you're going to tell us?
You got a problem with that, you tiny runt?
Oh, I am tiny.
Not at all.
Please do not hurt me.
You sure are a frail-looking kid, aren't you? And pale to boot. Like disaster's got its claws on you. You sure nothing weird is haunting you?
No way!
A detective's gotta be tough. How about a little training? First, you'll need to get used to stab wounds. We'll start with an ice pick, and scissors, and a fruit knife.
Isn't that just plain torture?
No thanks.
I don't want to be tortured.
Don't be shy, runt.
No, really, I'm fine.
Too bad.
I want to go home. Get me off this train. I don't feel safe anymore.
I'll go first. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Zilch Alexander.
The question is, are those ears actually real? They keep on twitching, and they're distracting.
I'm from the Southern Forest Preserve District's detective agency. They call me Nature's Mediator. I love people, nature, and the harmony between them. However, there are times when some would attempt to ruin that harmony. My specialty is in handling those people. Have you heard of the chain of mysterious murders surrounding the dam construction at Soul's Lake? Rumor has it that one by one, everyone involved with the dam's construction died, all cursed by a sunken ritual site. It was a once-in-a-century difficult case. The one who solved it was none other than myself. There wasn't much to it. The culprits were locals who wanted the rights to the dam for themselves.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just realized the little pink feather that's attached to his shoulder.
The strange part is that all 52 villagers were in on it. They all kept their lips sewn shut to protect the secret. I'll let you figure out what that means. When harmony between man and nature is disrupted, disaster strikes. That is one thing I have learned as a detective.
Nature's mediator. He does look like a good detective. Though he suspected me, he still gave me a fair chance to explain myself. He looks a bit intense, but maybe he's a good person.
I'll describe my forte as well. I'm uncomfortable exposing classified information regarding investigators, but this is an emergency.
How's it an emergency? I thought it was okay-ish.
My forte is animal investigation.
Do you talk with animals?
I can control animals as I wish and recruit them for my inquiries. Quite fitting for the philanthropist that I am.
Okay, never mind. It goes beyond talking with animals. Gotcha! Fantastic.
Though useful in many ways, I mainly use it to gather intel. It allows me to survey a target while remaining undetected. As a basic rule, I can only control four-legged mammals. Less intelligent animals are easier to control. I often use mice. They're the perfect animals for undercover investigations. Unfortunately, I can't show it off right now, because there aren't any mice on this train.
Not only is he a good detective, but he also has those powers. He really is impressive.
That is all from me. With love, I yield to the next person.
Alright, what about the crazy little lady with the crazy little hair?
Hey, young man.
Me?
That's right. Come here. Stand before me.
Hi.
Why?
God, she is tall. Ah!
Whoa. Huh? What's going on?
Hey, there's a card on the table.
I'm measuring you. Stay still for just a second. I'll be quick.
What, can you transform into people that you measure?
Thank you. That was quite educational. That outfit fits you well. My name is Melanie Goldmine. My home is rather far north from here. Up there is a branch with detectives adept at spiritism. I was also active there as a medium.
A medium?
I can summon the souls of the dead by using my body as a vessel.
Summon a soul? Can you summon anyone who has died? Like, for example, the victim of a crime?
Yes, of course.
Well,
But there is one condition. I require the clothes that person wore while they were still alive.
oh. I guess I wasn't far off the maybe
Only by wearing their clothes can I summon their soul.
how can you wear... But what if they're too small? How... Does that not work?
Hence why my powers don't work on people
Never
smaller
mind.
than me, or if the person is far bigger. Overall, the size must match.
That's very restrictive. Okay.
Also, I can't abide outfits with no fashion sense. Filthy, reeking clothes are always out of the question.
And now you're just being a little bit selfish.
That sounds more like a preference than a condition.
Clothes make a man. They reveal all about one's livelihood, like skin worn over skin. That's what clothes are all about. Consider that when compared to bare skin, clothing has a greater surface area seen by other people. Therefore, clothes are an expression of a person's identity and originality. You ever think about how you've never heard of ghosts being naked? Ghosts wear clothing because those clothes are a part of their identity.
Now that you mention it...
That's why, despite your amnesia, I can tell the kind of person you are just by looking at the clothes you wear.
Really?
Your uniform is undoubtedly an official one supplied by the WDO. And I found it fits you perfectly after measuring your size. I don't think it could possibly belong to someone else.
Not unless I had a twin.
Which means I really am a master detective? Am I one or not? I can't figure it out without my memory coming back to me.
That's all I have to say. I'm the medium detective Melanie. Nice to meet you all.
Alright, and so the last one we have is the girl with the headphones.
An introduction. Introduce myself. A subjective observation of one's own self-image, explained objectively.
Did you just define the word?
Are you okay?
Did I do something that caused you concern?
No, it's just you seem to be having difficulty introducing yourself.
I rarely have a need to do so, so I was considering what approach to take. After all, is there such a thing as a self in the first place?
Oh god, don't go too deep on me. I won't be able to catch up at this rate.
All I am is a bundle of nervous tissue reacting to external stimuli. If I had to, I guess I'd call myself Poochie Lavman.
So, your name is Poochie then?
Names are meaningless. A method of arbitrary labeling for self-recognition. Symbols for categorization. Nothing more. To that end, it serves the same purpose as a detective deed. Or so I, Poochie, believe.
She seems a bit odd.
Most of the World Detective Organization's work is investigating unsolved mysteries. I was trusted with many bureaucratic investigations. My clients are mainly enterprises and politicians. Depending on the client, I use my forte to see if the transaction party is trustworthy. My forte is known as audio aptitude.
Can you tell
When
lies?
I concentrate, I can hear anything from distant whispers, footsteps, and even heartbeats. No one is safe to speak of their secrets when I, Poochie, am around.
Yeah, so I think technically she would be able to detect whether they're lying or not.
Oh, then did you hear anything suspicious at the station? Maybe we can figure out what happened to me.
Unfortunately, unless I focus my efforts on listening, I'm unable to hear things far away.
Oh, I see.
Constantly listening in on all sounds leads to a sensation of my physical boundaries within reality dissolving away. My already tenuous sense of self starts to vanish, which is why I tend to close my ears unless I'm using my powers.
Being blessed with powers sure comes at a price. Did she always act in such a strange way? Or did it develop after she obtained her forte? Regardless, she definitely has a distinct air about her.
That is all I have to say about myself.
Look? No!
Oh.
Oh, are you okay, sweetheart? Are you okay?
This part of her seems a bit more normal.
I'd give her a hug, but I think she would just outright perish.
Lastly, it's your turn, Yuma.
I don't have much to say. I don't remember anything.
Aside from having amnesia, is there anything else we should know about?
I still can't remember anything.
I can hear voices. Can I tell you about the voices in my head?
If you really are a master detective, then you should have some sort of forte.
I have no idea.
Oh, young man, are you sure you don't remember? How about the kind of clothes you usually wear? Or brands you like?
You only inquired about clothing.
Maybe you'll remember after a few punches to the head.
Please do not punch me.
Hold on!
Aphex, stop that. If you knock him out, he won't be able to speak. The perplexing circumstance we face may have something to do with his memories.
That's right, I was wondering about that. What do you mean by perplexing circumstance? Did something happen?
Well, something unexpected has occurred on our trip. The number of people is off.
The number of people?
I, Hoochie, heard from the World Detective Organization that the number of master detectives on the train was precisely 5.
5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of us!
I also heard from the WDO that 5 master detectives will gather on board. Hence why when you called yourself a master detective, I was honestly surprised.
I knew this job wouldn't be easy, but there's already a mystery before us. This is getting exciting.
Do we have a traitor?
It's obvious what's going on. There's an imposter among us.
It's not me! I think?
How about we contact the WDO and find out? It could be a mistake. It's no use. I can't reach them. There's no signal here.
Wait, doesn't one of the train cars have like an emergency contact thingy?
Who could the uninvited 6th guest be?
Please stop looking at me.
It's obvious. I'm the most suspicious. Especially with my amnesia in this situation. Could I be the imposter? And I just can't remember? I am the 6th one here.
All right, I got it. Hey, since you're all clueless, I'm gonna tell you my extra sharp deduction.
You may speak. I'll allow it.
Why would I need your permission? Whatever. Way I see it, the runt here ain't the imposter.
Huh?
It'd be boring if the most suspicious one is the culprit. The runt must have been attacked by the real culprit. The memory loss is a side effect of the attack.
And the imposter's motive? Why would they attack Yuma?
To pretend to be a master detective and replace the runt on the train. The plan was going smoothly, but the runt suddenly woke up.
You know, for someone who's as rough as him, he does have a point.
He got on the train right before it departed, and the results stand before us. Obviously, the imposter miscalculated. The runt's gotta be tougher than he looks.
Oh, that's a surprisingly proper deduction. And I thought you'd be the most useless one here.
Why, thank you.
In other words, I was knocked out at the station because someone attacked me? But I don't think I've been injured.
Excuse me. My deduction is slightly different.
Let's hear it. I'll allow it.
Stop acting like we need to get your permission!
I suspect that the entire situation is a test designed by the World Detective Organization.
A test?
A WDO exam officer has disguised themselves as a member and is ascertaining our skills here.
If that were the case, Yuma here could possibly be the exam officer.
Me? An exam officer?
Bring it on! I don't care if it's the WDO or a hitman. If you want to test me, I'll show you what I got!
What are you trying to do?
Please do not hurt me.
For now, I'll check to see if there are other uninvited guests. I wouldn't want any accomplices lurking about.
And how are you going to do that?
Like this!
Whoa!
Let's go!
What? What was that? A weird feeling overcame my whole body.
Wait, can the people being radared by that effect feel it? Then what the hell's the point? That's just a big red flag.
No signs of the enemy. Turns out there really are just 6 of us on this train right now.
What did you do?
I used my forte, life detection.
Oh wait, that doesn't detect anyone if they're dead though.
I can detect life in a 50-meter radius and pinpoint its location. The mechanism is a trade secret, but I can say without a doubt that we're the only ones on this train.
We're the only ones alive on this train.
Talk all you want, but who can verify that you're not lying?
We're never gonna get anywhere if you start doubting everything. Use your own damn powers to figure it out then.
I see. So fortes come in handy at a time like this. In that case, there's someone else with the power that can confirm if other passengers are on board.
Oh, is it the little lady?